me. I get mean, I get green, show the whole game. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it, so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. Yeah, they can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on the
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Back 25.
Go. Go. Switch.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Mme GOTW. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense... could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick 6. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Hey, express!
Right there. 54, Mike.
Here we go.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Seahawks take over
That's
first
it,
and
baby.
10
We gonna work.
at their own 2-yard line.
Check. Booker T. 40's a mark. 40's a mark. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. Able to make one man miss, but he will be corralled around the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, the Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
What? 380. 48 mark. I got one. Rush in. Hey, 0.
They run with Travis Homer, the rookie from Miami. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
They'll run this with Homer. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Now Brown. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And you can bet they're going to lean on him quite a bit, obviously. They did last week. It was over 100 yards. Also, AFC Player of the Week is announced Wednesday.
And until they take that away, I would continue to lean on him. Try and have another award for him, one in this game. But when you look back at last week and you saw how he was able to find holes in the defense, but it's also the run after the catch. That's what made it impressive.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Caught right side, it's Snead. And down inside the 15 he goes. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a give to Penny. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Touch 280. Touch 50. Touch 50. Here we go, G. Get off the field. 40's the mark.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special.
It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year, and the Ravens have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third.
That's caught at the 25. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jaron Brown, 77 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics of the...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Ziggy Ansah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Lockett. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's Wilson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field. and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, Delta.
They go play action with Ryan. Snead's got it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Breida. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Nice 50, in your face.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moore. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that...
And he coughed it up! 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36.
Again, Wilson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That'll go as a 16-yard gain as they pick up the 1st. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. That's complete right around the 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Mike 54. Got to do better. Come on.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Ryan. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Short throw underneath to Hurst. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 37. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and he's going to find his go-to man so far. That's Moore.
Complete to David Moore. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. They'll roll him out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. A gain there of 21 yards.
All day, baby, all day.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Stop your whining.
From the red zone now, here's Griffin on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. To throw is RG3.
How about a tip?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Wilson to throw on third down. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Griffin. He's going to let it fly. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game.
There he goes, right side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jaron Brown with touchdown number 3 in the game. And oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This fielded at the 2. Shifts by him, and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready? 6-1. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We own them. We own them.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Room here to run. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 48 yards on the ground. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Ravens,